Alright, this video is to show how to calibrate a 5-axis height sensor. The process is very simple, should take less than 30 seconds, and so we'll do it. Alright, when we go to calibrate a 5-axis height sensor, the first thing we want to do is we want to go to the homing screen. So we go to Menu, Homing, and we want to go to the third tab, the Parameters tab. You may need to log in as an admin user on the controller. On the parameters screen, we've got 4 different buttons. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that the height sensor calibration mode is set to 1. We want to make sure that the height sensor calibration offset is set to whatever height we want our nozzle to ride at, typically 1/8 of an inch for a 5-axis. Once we've set the calibration mode in the offset, what we want to do is we want to find a flat plate, something about 5 to 6 inches in diameter that we know is reasonably flat. I typically use a piece of acrylic or something like that so I can see what I'm doing. And what's going to happen is I'm going to hit the Set Height Sensor button, walk over to the head, and I'm going to push the ring up until it touches the nozzle with my flat plate. That gives it a level base and tells the height sensor where 0 is, and then the height sensor calibration offset is used to calibrate from that 0 plane. So all I need to do is I hit Set Height Sensor, the ring drops, I have about 4 or 5 seconds to get something under there. I hold it in place nice and steady. The height sensor will pop up. All the math is done internal in the controller. And if I look again, what I'll find is that my height sensor target will change. Once my height sensor target has changed from whatever it was before, I can click the Save button. And now my height sensor is calibrated. That's a pretty simple process, so all I need to do to check it is turn on my height sensor. In this case, to test it, I'm going to use my 1/8 inch feeler gauge, come under the nozzle, and I've got just enough room in there to get the spacer in. So it's calibrated right where I want it to. If I didn't want it to be at the 1/8 inch or I wanted to add a little more, a little less, I would just adjust the calibration offset and do it again.